So in this video, we will discuss about the load termination of the coaxial transmission line. So let's go through. So this is a two-way transmission line, or in general case of a coaxial transmission line, because coaxial transmission line also have two parallel conductor, right? So in this figure, you can see that at the load end there is a load impedance ZL already connected. Okay, now at the input end or at the generator end, there from that side we can calculate the impedance, and that is termed as input impedance or Zin, right? And this transmission line have few basic properties like characteristic impedance. Already I have discussed the definition of characteristic impedance in my previous video, and also beta, the phase constant, right? Sorry. Now this transmission line have a length L, okay, and the wave propagating along positive Z direction. Now the input impedance can be calculated from the given parameter like Z0, beta and ZL, okay, by this formula, where Zin is equals to Z0 ZL plus JZ0 tan beta L by Z0 plus JZL tan beta L, where beta L is the equivalent electrical length of the transmission line. Okay, so the reflection coefficient from the load end, can be calculated from this formula ZL minus Z0 by ZL plus Z0. Okay, and the standing wave ratio, when a mismatch has been happening between load and characteristic impedance or at the load end, then the propagated forward moving voltage or current or power that will be reflected back towards the generator, and this forward moving wave and backward moving wave superimpose to each other, and that generate some standing wave pattern. Okay, and from that standing wave pattern we can find out the ratio between Vmax and Vmin, and that is known as standing wave ratio, or you can say it voltage standing wave ratio, VSWR. Okay, and that is again related to reflection coefficient by the formula 1 plus mod of magnitude of rho divided by 1 minus magnitude of rho, right? Now this table shows some three type of load termination and different value of input impedance, reflection coefficient and standing wave ratio for three different load conditions. So firstly we have discussed about the matched termination. For matched termination, the ZL should be equals to the characteristic impedance Z0, and if we make load impedance is equals to characteristic impedance, we can find out that the magnitude of reflection coefficient that become equals to 0, right? Because numerator of the expression rho become 0, right? And also you can find out from standing wave ratio, the expression of standing wave ratio, that will be equals to 1. That means there is no reflection, only transmission will happen during matched termination. There is no reflection, right? Now come to next case, that is open terminated. When the transmission line become open terminated, then from the expression of Zin you can find out that Zin will be equals to Z0 divided by J tan beta L, and one can easily find out that this Zin can be equivalently told as the impedance of a capacitor, right? Because impedance of a capacitor, that is 1 by j omega c, so we can equivalently call this transmission line having length L can be equivalent to a capacitor, right? Also, you can find out from the expression of reflection coefficient that when there is a load termination as open terminated, the ZL become infinity, and this infinite ZL represented rho as equals to -1, and when we consider magnitude of rho, that will be equals to 1. That means there is a complete reflection of the forward moving wave from the load end, and that will again make SWR or standing wave ratio as equals to infinite, because magnitude of rho become 1 and denominator of SWR expression become equals to 0. So SWR become infinite. Similarly, in case of short terminated means ZL should be equals to 0, right? So when we make ZL equals to 0, Zin input impedance, that will be equals to JZ0 tan beta L. Again, you can equivalently call the length of a short circuited transmission line, length of L, can be equivalently called as a inductor, because this short circuited impedance that become equals to JZ0 tan beta L, which is equivalent to J omega L, which is the impedance of a inductor, right? Again, come to the expression of reflection coefficient. Here also, when we make ZL equals to 0, that also become equals to -1, and when we make magnitude of reflection coefficient, it will be equals to 1. So in case of short circuited termination, there will be again full reflection of the propagated wave, right? So here also standing wave ratio will be equals to infinite. Now you can see that electric field pattern or voltage pattern, you can also call this voltage pattern, because electric field is related to voltage. Already we have shown in my previous videos. So from here, when we mesh terminated, there is a complete transmission of propagated wave. So from this figure or this animated figure, you can also see that the incident wave at Z equals to 0, that means at x equals to 0, y equals to 0, that is propagated along positive Z direction, and it is propagated, right? There is no reflection from the load end, right? Come to this condition, open terminated, and when we consider open terminated, that means ZL equals to infinite, the voltage become equals to how much? Current will be equals to, in case of open terminated, current will be equals to 0. So voltage will be equals to maximum. Also you can see from this electric field that at the load end, the voltage become maximum of this standing wave ratio. Also you can see that there is no propagation of this wave, only this wave becomes standalone, and this is the standing wave pattern basically, right? So move to next case, short terminated. So in case of short terminated, ZL equals to 0, so current will be equals to infinite ideally, right, or very large. So voltage will be very small or ideally 0. Here you can see that voltage at the load end, that means Z equals to L, the voltage become equals to almost equals to 0, and also here also this wave is not propagating along positive Z direction. This becomes transient between Z equals to 0 and Z equals to L, if we consider length of the transmission line is equals to L, right? So up to this we can conclude that in case of mesh termination, the wave become propagated along the transmission line, and when we make short terminated or open terminated transmission line, then the incident wave or propagated wave become completely reflected back and make standing wave ratio. So thanks for watching this video. Please like and share this video with your friends, okay, and also please subscribe my channel. and also click on the bell icon for more updates. Okay, thank you.